We started last week with Dr. Margaret Akpan, the head of department of the Performing Arts and Film Studies at the University of Uyo. Today we'll continue with her on the journey of the Nigerian theatre Witnesses to History as she takes us on different excursions into her contribution into the field of costume making, makeups, and preparing people to appear on stage and on television and screen. Let's go on as we journey with Dr. Margaret Akpan on the Nigerian theatre Witnesses to History. Over to you, Witness.
Hand embroidery.
Okay.
This is a set of table covers.
Those are things they can, like when I was talking about entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Can design that and sell.
Yes.
Table cover.
Even the VC identified with us and was asking us how we can build
Produce it
of these
well.
produces and sell
Mass
that.
produce.
So this is like a table cover.
Right.
Of it, where from there you can.
Pillowcases.
Now this one is kind of headrest.
Oh, headrest. Okay.
Yes, headrest.
Okay.
It's a headrest.
Right.
We have
Mm.
It's a pillowcase.
Right.
All handmade. Same thing with this. Handmade.
Right.
We have normal table covers.
Right. Is that fabric?
It's fabric.
Okay.
It's fabric. Different. We do have exhibitions. Each time we do exhibitions,
Yes.
they will not believe that it's coming from theatre.
From theatre.
Because they think we come here to dance.
Mm.
Honestly speaking, they will not believe that we are doing this from theatre. Even our home becomes counterpart.
Yeah.
We don't do this.
Right.
So we
Right.
develop ourselves, not as having all that.
That's quite creative. Those are belts on the
Yes.
on the.
A lot of accessories,
Mm.
threads we use. Accessories. All this we buy with our monies.
Right.
Okay, this is very good students. This one from embroidery.
Right.
Like this one my sister sends to me all the way from London.
Okay.
Yes. This one too. And the quality of threads here are different from the ones we have in Nigeria.
Yes.
Sent us like that. Takes a lot of time. That's why some students run away from it.
That I know. I know.
A lot of them run away from
I know.
when they work.
I know that I did. I ran away from it too.
There are people who are actually benefiting from it.
Yes.
Because when they go out, there's no work.
Yeah.
They find themselves in one tailoring shop trying to learn. They
Mm.
say, we know how to do this thing. So they now want to do something. So,
Which is what is important. That you put this out. There are people who want to buy, who want to give gifts to other
but
people.
always, that's what happens. At some particular convocation, the VC commissioned me
Mm.
to build this for his guests.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it.
That's right.
Yes, because they came and saw what we're doing.
Yes. That's right.
And to give also, we give a lot to our guests
Right.
who come to see us also.
Mm.
It's very wonderful to see the students create this with
Yeah.
us. It's really very wonderful. And because of this also, they ask us to teach at the entrepreneurial unit. Now,
Mm.
teach students
Oh, you have an entrepreneurial.
unit now
Oh, in the university.
at the university, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so they send people to you, or you go there.
No, we go there.
Okay.
A part of their GST.
Right.
So we teach them makeup. So
You must have a lot of students doing makeup.
a lot of
Because that's an area that
class we were passing.
was a makeup class. Ah, and it was so full.
It's wonderful.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Right. Now, do you think there is any way in which the private sector can be interested, made to show interest in the works of these your products, so that can be an encouragement for other people to come in? Because just like you said, in terms of it's an area that you can easily convert and become a professional in another 1-2 years after you graduate.
Yeah.
Is there any way you think there can be collaboration? I know already, of course, when you are doing exhibition, you invite.
We invite, and the do not as a company also. The individuals do encourage us and want us to make this in such a way that they can buy from us and sell out.
And go and
Then it's
resell.
not possible. You know, these students are running courses.
Yeah.
It's not possible at all. Once they are done in this, they don't want to come here again because of the time it has taken them to do
It's because they will collect units.
They will correct. That's the only way to get them to do this work.
Yeah.
Like when our current VC, he was then, this is my VC,
Right.
yes. Then he was a deputy vice chancellor, and we invited the vice chancellor for our exhibition. Then the vice chancellor then sent him as a DVC to come.
To represent.
He couldn't believe what he saw. He now asked me, which I have not done till today, because the time is not there. He asked me to do a lot of things for him. He said he wanted our beaded cap and shoe. You know, the fake beaded cap and shoe. We had it on display.
Right.
And then he wanted some of these designs also.
Right.
That he wants them, that he's going to buy it if we can make it for them. I didn't know he was going to become a VC.
Yes,
I've not been able to do that yet because the time is not there.
I know.
Time is not there.
It's time consuming.
Very, very time consuming. Yeah.
In terms of the technology available, do you think more can be made available to make the work easier?
Yes.
And what types of things do you think, if they are available, the work will be easier for you and for the students who want to take part?
In terms of the technology available, for instance, if we take in the area of this embroidery, we have embroidery machines, beautiful, more sophisticated ones that can do this, a lot of this work in one day.
Yes.
But that is not the idea. The idea is to use the needle. And any handcrafted product is always different from the machine produced one.
I know.
So that's why we stick to this.
So
like
your objective is being met
yes,
in this way?
Yes, that's what we want.
But do you have that machine?
No, we don't have the machine.
Which ones are the most memorable for you?
The most memorable...
In terms perhaps of size, I know you spoke about the commissioner calling you to come and design for the stage troupe.
Carnival,
Yes. Organizations maybe outside the university, but
okay.
The ones that have challenged you most, the ones that have excited you most.
Well, for the university, the bigger picture that one could see in our work is when we are designing for convocation.
Right.
We have been doing that, and we have been receiving positive comments,
feedback
after our production severally. This year we are already planning to do the same during the forthcoming convocation in November. Now, outside this, I've worked in some films as costume designer,
Okay.
as makeup designer.
Can you name some of them? Maybe one or two.
I have worked with a mini song in her film called Mfana Ibara.
Okay.
Mfana Ibara. And I have worked with Margaret, who is also a producer in her film To Love and to Hold. And I have worked with Jeta Mata in a film called Mutanda Uyunamundo, and also our epic film called Amazing Grace.
Okay.
Yes, done that. And for stage productions, we have done Things Fall Apart, which toured the South region.
Okay.
We have done a film called Askari. Also, that one also toured the South region.
Okay.
We've also done a film called, it was a Ford Foundation film called
Right.
Then She Said It. We're also involved there.
Okay.
And it also toured the South, those three films, plays toured the South region.
Okay.
So we've done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of training now, what do you want to see in future so that the interests of students can be sustained in that area, knowing that you don't have enough people in that area, in that field of theater?
Yes, in terms of training, I'm looking forward to a situation where we have the needed tools, the gadgets, the materials, so that students can just walk into the studio. When we were designing this theater, it was the first time I became the head teacher. This is my second time. That was when I told the then VC that we were expecting accreditation, and I told him that there's no way we can have accreditation where we were, that we need a brand new theater. So, series of discussion, he now promised and said he will see to it that we have a brand new theater. And this work started. Yes. So here we had said that we needed a theater where we have studios. Now, if you ask me to show you our costume studio, I don't have. But we're expecting that it is here.
Okay.
So that in this studio, we're expecting all our equipment, our gadgets to be there, our materials, our tools, everything we need to work with. What the students do just to walk in and get trained. But when you begin to ask a student to buy the thread, to buy the beads, to buy her scissors, she will not do it. She will not come. She will go and do children's theater or theater admin, and will not want to come and do this one because it involves her buying,
using her resources.
Her resources. So, if we can have a well-equipped studio, I think we'll have more students get trained, we'll have more professionals out there in the field in the future.
Who are your memorable partners, people you have worked with, who you have rocked against one another and made good results? Maybe you can name 2 of them. Or maybe a student that you think has worked very hard, that is also maybe still in the field, or maybe not in the field.
Still in the field. First and foremost, even though he's late now, my former lecturer, Mr. Ogok. He actually encouraged me also and worked with me, and my supervisor, Professor Enendo, Molinta Enendo.
Molinta?
Yes, was my supervisor at the PhD. He was the one, he just called me and said, come here. I came because I was a direct entry. I read music before I went to theatre. Oh,
you did? Where? In Calabar too?
No, here in Uyo.
Uyo, okay.
Yes, I started here. I did a diploma in music.
Okay.
Then had a direct entry to
Calabar theatre, okay.
So he just called me and he said, do you know how to sew? I said, no, sir. I said, okay. Go and find out about the Greek costumes and come back and tell me. I was very angry that he told me to go and do what I didn't want to do. I was very, very angry. I said, what kind of problem is this one?
That was your introduction to costuming.
Introduction to costuming.
Wow. So that is lovely.
Read about the different kinds of tunics, the hibation, everything about the Greeks. And I came and told him. He said, good, go to the costume room. Tell them to show you if they have patterns of what you are just telling me. And I went there and they showed me. They must have done something like that earlier on. And they showed me. So he said, we are going to reproduce them for the play. Of course, we already read Oedipus Rex. So he said, we are going to do that. In fact, I cannot say anything without mentioning Mr. Michael Borok. He was the one who introduced me to that art of costuming. As a first-year direct entry student, he made me to produce those costumes, and we put Oedipus Rex on stage, and it was a success. So in my final year, like I said earlier, I wanted to do criticism, and I found out that nobody was into costuming. I said, no, I have to go back there.
So apart from Lady Michael, incidentally, the person who played Oedipus, King Oedipus in the production of 1977 was Professor Akinwale. He's also late. He was my classmate.
Okay.
I didn't know Michael was gone.
Michael was gone.
All right. So who else? How did you find Molinta?
Molinta was my lecturer there.
And then was a fantastic, hardworking, technical.
Very, very.
Yes.
Very, very.
He was outstanding along with Professor Sam Ade. I mean, they were the two in their set. Were unbelievable in terms of their commitment to technical theatre. I'll be talking to him too.
Okay. If you mention my name, you will.
Of course I will.
Somebody went, the second film that I told you about, Margaret, To Love and to Hold.
Yeah.
I didn't know the lady. So the lady came to our office the other way and said, this is looking for Mrs. Margaret Akpan. And then somebody brought her to my office. He said, please, I'm very sorry. I was sent by Mr. Michael, Dr. Molinta Enendo.
Okay. Then
To come and see you. I said, yes. said, are you the person? I said, yes. He said, no, I don't want you. I said, why? What's the problem? He said, well, I want to do my first film. And I just need somebody to be gathering the costume, to be giving out the costumes in my film for me. So I went to Margaret and who is my friend. So I went to her and said, sir, please, can you tell me somebody I can work with as my costume person in my forthcoming film? Then Nendo told him, I only know of one person, and she's in Uyo. She's a lecturer in Uyo. If you want your film to be okay, go to Uyo. And he gave my name.
He gave you that recommendation?
He gave me that recommendation. So the lady came from Calabar to Uyo to see me. And then when he saw me, he said, when he saw me, he said physically, he said he won't be able to pay me, that I should give her my student. I said, no. If Dr. Mulinka has recommended you to me, let me have your script. He said, we don't have script. I said, I can't work with you. Because I'll have to analyze your script.
Yes.
She now told me that, she's into tailoring. Not that she knows how to sew, but she has brought in Ghanaians, who is sewing for her. That she already made a lot of African costumes because she wants a person like Joke Silva, Kate Shaw, who is coming into her film to model African clothes.
Through the film.
They are making them already. She took their measurement. I said, whatever you are doing for them, madam, I want to see your script.
Yes.
I have to do an analysis of that script.
That was very, very important, very professional.
Yes.
Exciting, isn't it? That journey with Dr. Margaret Akpan. We will continue this journey next week when we bring you the final edition of our contribution to the Nigerian Theatre Witnesses to History. It's been very, very historic, very, very, very exciting to be on this journey with her. And I'm sure that you'll want to be on the journey when we conclude with her. Until we see you again next week, when we bring you another and the concluding episode for the contribution of Dr. Margaret Akpan on the Nigerian Theatre Witnesses to History, I urge you to continue to watch the Tundelanio podcast that comes to you with the Nigerian Theatre Witnesses to History every Thursday on YouTube. Thank you.